Calling all you FNP owners who have been desperate for a concealed carry holster, I have just your answer. How are we going to make this work? Many have tried to help make an FNP fit in a SERPA holster but have failed. Many people have tried to bust out the Dremel tool and in one way or another try to make it work. Well, I'm too cheap to spend 50 bucks on a holster only to ruin it, so if we were going to do it, we were going to do it the right way. So let's see how it works. First of all, let me give you some information on the weapon system. This is a standard factory FNP-45, not the FNP-40, not the FNP-9, certainly not the new FNX models. This is the full-size FNP model. Stainless steel, as you can see, there's been no factory modification. I've got a standard 15-round magazine in there. This is a Blackhawk SERPA holster designed to fit a Springfield XD-45 full-size. Blackhawk's product number C1210. Let's take a look and see exactly how we got this to fit the FNP. First off, who am I? I'm just your average gun owner who's looking for a good holster for an FNP. I've struggled looking around. I know there's the Safariland holsters, which tend to get pretty expensive. There's also the custom Blade Tech holster, which can be pretty nice, but again, it's really hard to find. Always been a big fan of the SERPA holsters. I know there's some people out there who tend to not like them because of their drawbacks with the retention mechanism. But as long as the holster is properly maintained, it tends to function fairly well. So what are the drawbacks of using a standard SERPA holster, especially this one here for the full-size Springfield XD-45, when we apply it to the FNP? Well, first of all, the FNP has a slightly larger and wider footprint than the XD does, which makes it a really snug fit. Although an FNP will slide into a standard Blackhawk SERPA, it gets stuck. As we can see, the secondary retention clip, which is held here by this screw, tends to prevent the weapon from being withdrawn properly. How are we going to make this work? Well, we have several things working in our favor. First of all, the holster is made of plastic, which is pliable, so we can use principles in production similar to Kydex holsters in making this holster somewhat expanded to accommodate the FNP. So how did I make this work? Pretty simple. I detached the actual holster from the paddle mechanism by removing the retaining screws. I placed the holster inside a warming oven, allowed it to heat to approximately 130 degrees. That way the plastic has not melted, but it's a little bit more pliable than you would normally see. Upon removing the holster from the oven, I placed it on the forearm and barrel of a standard 12-gauge shotgun, as you can see here with an H&R. Basically what that's doing is it's acting as a form to expand the body of the holster. I allowed it to rest there for approximately 48 hours. Keep in mind that the forming mechanism that I used here can be used with any standard shotgun or rifle. We merely used the forearm as a way to widen that holster to allow it to accommodate the wide slide of the FNP. After we removed the holster from the oven and after the forming process, we removed the secondary retention screw found here and took out the small clip inside. Now I believe that we have a completed SERPA holster which will accommodate the FNP perfectly. So here's the test. We have our holster, we have our FNP. Is this going to work? Let's put it to the test and see. We see it sliding into the holster. We hear the locking mechanism here. Are we going to be able to retrieve this weapon easily when it's holstered inside? By depressing the locking mechanism, the pistol slides out very easily. So for all you naysayers, there we go, a complete SERPA holster for the FNP platform.